And welcome to the Panic Button Podcast.
I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
There's a chick who has a boyfriend and a husband. Yeah.
It's happening more and more these days. Whatever happened, I thought, wasn't polygamy illegal?
Watch the video first.
What their anti-ick is about you. This is just, we are coming out of the gates quick here.
What's your anti-ick about me?
What?
Your anti-ick.
First off, the fact that you had to replace what's your favorite thing about me with what's your anti-ick about me has melted my soul. Everything on TikTok has to be so quirky. Look at me, I'm different. Kind of like her relationship, I guess.
What do you like about me?
What I like about you? You're pretty.
That's shallow.
I'm not allowed to like that you're pretty.
Well, I guess you can like.
Oh my God, give me a break.
Face.
It's shallow. It's also a nice thing for your boyfriend to say when your husband doesn't say it enough. So just take the compliment, Carrot Top, okay? Or should I say
Carrot
take
Top.
the anti-ick?
Is that like your favorite thing?
Favorite thing? Oh no.
What's your favorite
No,
thing?
no. Pretty, that's like 3 or 4 on the list. The fact that you're
How
also
weirdly
banging
we, like,
another dude that's
got
up there. as
along
well.
like right off the bat.
That's so quirky
I
too.
mean, it was very weird.
Yeah, especially because you don't get along with anybody.
I don't.
What's your anti-ick about?
They don't say it anywhere, but I'm 100% convinced that this is the husband just by the look on his face right out of the gates.
Me?
Absolutely.
Your anti-ick.
What the hell does that mean?
Like, what's your favorite? thing
Appropriate
about me?
response. This still frame right here, I think probably sums up the.
Poor man.
Oh, I gotta wait. Oh, hold on. Oh, am I getting the right? Is it in frame? Is it?
What's your
Is it in frame?
What's your What's your anti-ick about me though? Did you see how like repulsed she was by the other guy? It's like a flip in the script. Did you see that? He's behind her.
I know. He's the chick. She's the dude.
Oh, well, no, it's not my favorite thing, but it's one of them. I'm not allowed to like you. And then he's like, would you just, what the fuck are you talking? I don't even know, dude. You ever seen a guy in a situation that he didn't want to be in and it's very obvious?
Yeah.
That's the face he makes. Guy has to watch his, like, younger siblings. That's the face he's making. he
Ew.
gotta drive him.
Oh God, the desperation for attention, the need for validation is palpable. It's sickening.
His face.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
But that's the same face she made when he said that she was
I don't-
pretty.
This is
She was like, what do you mean?
The internet trend is doing the icks, but I don't want to do the icks because we don't dislike anything about each other.
My ass.
Because that's what that face just said.
Because we don't like anything about it. We there's nothing we don't like about each other. But we like everything about each other. It's just
Yes.
it's lies.
There's nothing we don't like about each other.
No, so they're doing an anti-egg instead. No, we're just doing this like TikTok
now
challenge.
smile. That's a great thumbnail.
yeah, okay. Psychos.
Okay, probably that you're always willing to give it up.
Oh, Daddy-o!
Okay.
Good thing.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my girl. Can't
She knew
think
it
of
was
a
right.
single thing I like about you except that I can get my whistle wet whenever I want in between my marathon D&D sessions. And why didn't she call him out for being shallow, right? Looks like the husband still wears the pants in the relationship if he's allowed to get away with saying something like that without any pushback.
This is a different one.
Whoever says that a woman cannot have male friends is very insecure.
Stop the cap.
Deeply, super, very insecure.
Tell us how.
Because he doesn't want his woman to be surrounded by any male energy because he has a small. I'm sorry.
So you want big dicks around you then?
That's not it. Naturally, I just feel better with men around me. Yeah, you guys are gonna make fun of this, but I can be better friends with guys than girls because it's less drama, it's less talking behind your back. It's just literally friendship, straightforward, nothing.
It's literally friendship. It's just nothing.
Can
Dumb. Stupid. Stupido.
As a lesbian who's been around enough men to be like, okay, hey, I'm gay, so we're just gonna be friends. You know how many of those guys have instantly been, well, I like you, and if you were just straight, and da-da-da-da-da, you'd be the perfect girl, you'd be the perfect girl. And you know,
Yep.
it's not easier, because no chick is ever, you know, the girls I'm friends with, they're always like, I'd like to be a lesbian, but I love peen too much. Like, the one girl said that to me, and I was like, there you go. This is why we can be friends. I know you're never going to come on to me, even when you're drunk. Nothing's ever going to happen. But men, even the ones I've been good friends with,
That knew you were gay.
that from the get-go will come out and say, hey, I'm real into you. I'm not saying all men will do this, but every guy I've encountered has done it for the most part.
Yeah. Every guy that I have been friends with has liked me. It's always happened. Always happened. Because lesbians, for the most part, feminine lesbians or tomboy lesbians or whatever, even masculine lesbians are prime girlfriend material for guys, for the most part, that can't get chicks.
Well, because they don't have women that'll listen to them. And women who are lesbians or gay are more inclined to see their perspective.
Okay, so let me clarify. Not guys who can't get chicks, but a lot of guys.
I think men who don't get listened to.
Well, most men don't get listened to, from what I've heard.
So, like, men who are feeling unheard and finally are being
are feeling
heard
unheard.
by a person who they're attracted to will be like, hey. And so it happens very frequently. And so I can understand, obviously I'm not straight, so I don't have the same experience as a lot of straight girls, but as a lesbian, I can understand why it's a little different.
I'll break it down.
Break it down. Boop, 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 boop.
Lesbians, as a lesbian, any lesbian who has had a guy friend, in general, for the most part, majority of the time, that guy friend will like her, even though he knows she's a lesbian. Now, can you imagine if that woman wasn't a lesbian and actually was straight? This woman thinks that these guys don't like her and it's just strictly a friendship. I don't give a what bullshit he's telling her. These guys are telling her. It's bullshit.
It's a big deal to say
They
something.
want to have sex with her. Absolutely. I don't care what they're telling her, and she's buying it. They want to fuck her. It's not just a friendship. And the fact that she believes it means that, whoa, she's stupid.
To the point where you have a majority of friends that are guys. Like, I can understand having one or two guy friends as a straight person.
And of course it's going to be easier for her to have guy friends.
They'll be nicer to you than women because they
They
want
wanna
to get in your pants. And I know it as a fact because the last guy friend I even had sat there and tried left, right, and center to convince me. And no. No. And that's why I don't talk to guys. Because they all just want to get in your pants. Guys won't talk to you unless they're like really trying to either figure something out or fuck you. That's when men come to women.
Majority of the time.
They either need answers about women or they want to be with you. And that's not a bad thing.
This woman is foolish.
Is it a red flag if she has male friends?
She's going to have dudes around her who she thinks are her friends, but they all just want to sleep with her. Right? Maybe not all of them, but like 90% of the dudes that are in her friendship circle are going to want to sleep with her if the
Especially if they're
opportunity
single.
ever presented itself.
They would throw that friendship in the
Happens
toilet real
all
fast.
the time. Guys will prioritize like female companionship, like the kind of men that we have a problem with, right? Will prioritize female companionship, as in aka sex, over like male brotherhood. So they'll stab their brothers in the back. They'll talk shit about their boys.
Well, anyway, men and women cannot be friends for the most part. They cannot be friends.
Especially if they're single.
But what does it say about a woman who has a lot of guy friends? I'll tell you immediately what my first initial response was when she said she has a lot of guy friends. Sleeping around or attention whore.
I was going to say, a lot of it's attention, where it's just like the validation of having another man say something, or having any man say something is just like what they're craving. But as to what he was kind of saying, men, in some degree, they will seek out the companionship of a woman, as in being just friends and having them around versus being around men. It's a weird thing, because I've seen it. I wonder why. Probably just because they want to get it so bad. I don't fucking know. It's just why do men do it? Why can't we just be friends without you trying to get in our pants? Like, where's that disconnect?
Because they say that men think about sex every 8 seconds. So, and I know for a fact that women don't think about sex that often. So I just assume that anytime a vagina is around a man, he probably wants to sleep with her. I don't know what it's like to have a penis and testes and all that testosterone. So I don't know what it feels like to be horny all the time like that. I can imagine that would be quite irritating. It would definitely be irritating for me. I'd be like, stop it! I got shit to do! Stop! It also tells me about that girl that she doesn't like to argue and she doesn't like other people arguing with her. I bet she's a needy little
She's a queen.
princess who doesn't like any talk back. I bet she's a handful and a half. That's certainly why she doesn't have any girlfriends. She doesn't want to be talked back to. She wants her way all the time, and she knows that these guys will give it to her because they're just her friends who want to her.
Men want a woman who's complacent, right? For the most part, generally speaking, not in all ways. But she is so power hungry and attention hungry that she wants men who are complacent to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very obvious to see. Because if you're saying that, oh, I just like guys because they're easier, you can talk to them for a little bit and leave them alone, then come back. But that's because they're just looking for their in.
Mm-hmm. And she won't date any of these guys either. If she does end up in a relationship, which I doubt that will happen if she has this many guy friends, she's going to end up with someone who's a beta male, who's a cuck, who likes the fact that she has a lot of guy friends because it might like turn him on or something like that. Or else, if she gets into a relationship with someone she actually likes, she would have to drop all her guy friends, which, because women think it's controlling when men don't want their girlfriends to have guy friends, she will be like, oh, the patriarchy, he's just trying to control me. And then she'll drop a really good relationship for the guy friends that she thinks are just friends but really want to f her. The end.
Yeah, I understand. Like I said, if they're single, if you're a girl in a relationship and he's single, red flag. If he's in a happy, committed relationship for like a good couple years, I'm a little more like, okay, not as concerned. Still concerned, not as concerned. You know what I mean?
What?
If she's in a relationship and the guy's single, that wants to be friends with her, that is her friend. Red flag, right?
Yes.
Now, what if he's a guy that's been in a relationship for like 5 years? A little less of a red flag, right? Like maybe a pink flag?
Why are they hanging out?
That's a good question. Why are they hanging out? I don't know.
Are they f***ing on the side? Like
Old friends?
old friends who hang out together by themselves even though they're in relationships? I don't know. That just seems, I mean, unless they're business partners.
As you say, they work
business partners
together.
But this is an
College-
exception. This
college
is an
friends.
exception. This is not.
I'm not saying this is the only situation where it's less concerning. This is where it's like, okay, that's when you can be friends with a guy. But if it's like someone...
Or he's gay.
Gay.
But he has to be gay. It can't be the other way around. It can't be like a lesbian and a straight guy. That doesn't work.
We just said that didn't work.
Yeah.
We just explained why that doesn't work.
Right. But the gay guy won't chase his girlfriend for sex because he doesn't want the punani.
No. Every gay man I've ever encountered has been like
Exactly.
very...
So there's no sexual tension.
We might have drama. It's just like being friends with a girl, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I don't want what they want. They want dudes. He wanted a dude, but we have like similar mindsets, and he was very feminine. So like, you know.
But do you think a lesbian can be friends with other girls if she's in a relationship?
Yeah, straight girls. Mm-hmm. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not? Is she trying to f these girls?
More like, I have a hard time believing when a straight girl says she's straight that she's actually straight because they've all done some sort of same-sex thing at one time or another unless they were very, very Christian or an exception.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess because like in my experience, the straight girls I've encountered have been like very straight because of my generation though. Because your generation was, we're straight, but in college we're experimenting. And my generation
In college
is,
we're bi.
we love the rainbow! So like everyone's tried everything and they're like, if they're straight, they know they're straight and they're not going down that avenue. You know what I mean? So in my experience, it's been more like if they're straight, it's just like me saying I'm a lesbian in the sense that you go, you know, natural born. Mm-hmm. They're in the same vibe where it's like I want this because of this.
There's a man and a woman in front of me and they both say that they're straight. I am going to believe the man over the woman every time. Every time.
I don't know. Some of those men I'd look up and down and be like, are you sure? There's a few men that I've encountered where
but that's
say,
also the exception.
I agree. I'm just saying that I lost the point. I'm sorry. I lost what my point was. Woo! And so What do you think? Can you be friends with the opposite gender?
Can men
you-
and women be friends?
Can a lesbian have friends?
I didn't say a lesbian couldn't have friends. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Like and subscribe. If you want to donate to our channel, you can.
You can do a lot of things.
Lots of stuff.
You just can't be a lesbian and have friends.
You can't be a lesbian and have friends, apparently. God, lesbians get the end of the stick every time.
No friends. Check out everything. We have unedited stuff on Rumble. I don't know yet.